And welcome to the Dream Bucket.
Dream Bucket.
Send us your dreams. Step into the Dream Bucket.
Dream Bucket.
And Casey and her dad are on the scene into the Dream Bucket.
Dream.
Send us your dreams. Step into the Dream Bucket.
Dream Bucket.
And Casey and her dad are on the scene.
Yo!
Season 2 of the Dream Bucket Podcast.
Welcome to. Hey, everybody.
We had a little break.
We're back, bitches.
We now have a regular. What are you calling them that? Fair enough.
Buckers.
They are.
Welcome back, you mother buckers.
You mother buckers. You lovely people.
Dreamers. Yep.
Yeah, we. This is an explicit podcast.
Yes.
Sorry. I warned you slightly late, but it's marked on the thing, so you didn't see the E.
Yeah.
There's an E there.
So E for everybody.
So we. So my name's John, and this is Casey. And we got Nick here, who now has a microphone for season 2.
We have a microphone for Nick.
Woo!
Hello.
Yes.
We have a larger box.
Yes.
That hopefully will make us sound better for those
Shout
of you
out to Zachary.
Zachary.
Yes.
He's got the ears to hear the details that I don't want to pay attention to.
All these dudes are musical as hell. I just have music in my heart, but they really fuck with music. That's cool.
So we've been doing the podcast for, I don't know, like a year and a half.
Like a decade.
A decade.
Like so.
The first ones we released was like June-ish of last year.
Yeah.
So June 2022.
Yep.
So then we did like a rash of podcast releases. And then we did the last one last night.
Yeah.
Before right now.
Yep.
And then we're calling that the end of that era.
Yep.
And then we're, this is a second season.
Season 2.
Yep. We've got it all scripted out. We've laid out episode by episode. We don't really know what's going to be different about the two of them.
Yeah, and we got crazy fucking numbers. Okay, first of all, let's talk to our fans hollering at us. You guys have been hella supporting us. If you got here from YouTube, you're tight. If not, cool. We'll be like doing visual stuff. That's what we're gonna be adding. We're gonna be adding.
Yep. We're hoping to get we're dreaming.
So you guys can
it's in our bucket.
We are dreaming of being visual. So anybody with a uncle or brother or older cousin who
we need uncles.
really thinks that they need a chocolate plump woman.
Oh, back to
I'm
this.
available.
Yeah,
yep,
that is part
single.
of the podcast. This
Season
is
2. I'm still single, unfortunately.
Casey has started dating apps, so that's part of why we started this.
Man, there's so much. I gotta tell y'all what happened. Anyway, that's for later. Okay, but yeah, man. So it's been kind of crazy. So how's dad life? I know we gotta check on dad life.
Should we finish releasing the last podcast's rename that we did? Fight Lizzo, a flying pirate story.
Yes.
And then we were in the middle of this, and then we started this podcast. So everybody gets to hear. So that's the last episode.
We shouldn't let them hear that. They're gonna. Are they coming from the second one?
Okay, then I'm just gonna hit save.
Yeah,
right?
Save it.
That's what we get.
Go listen to the.
What happens when two
this.
BBWs meet on a pirate ship?
Yes,
that is the beginning of the thing.
That's what it is.
And then we're just gonna hit publish here.
Yep.
And then that's been updated.
Yes.
So there we go. On air production. Sometimes we figured out as we go on this podcast. That's part of the script.
Yes.
Part of the plan.
Our whole plan.
Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes we don't have guests.
Yep. We're gonna be having guests.
There's a bucket that we have dreams in.
Yes.
And then we go to that bucket.
Not many dreams, though.
Not many.
We're low on dreams.
Fans, you need to give us your dreams.
Yes.
John, tell them about how to give dreams.
We apparently have. We don't know where you all are, but there's 18,000 downloads.
$18,000. Oh, sorry.
Freudian slip much. It's another bit of the podcast.
Give us your dreams and money.
Yeah, seriously. Send it to your friends.
Cash app.
Okay, I'm fucking trying to. Man, I have 3 jobs, guys. Okay, I'm just moment of transparency. Okay, send this around to people. Let's support. Okay, we want Casey to be underemployed.
And then we'll have more podcasts because it is hard when Casey has 3 jobs and I've got 3 kids.
Yeah, every trifecta. Okay,
we run out of time.
Trinities
pretty easily.
Going hard.
So yeah, there's 18,000 podcasts downloads.
He wants it too.
Podcasts.
He wants it too. That's what I'm saying.
That are out there, and then so if you want to help contribute to the Dream Bucket, which is not fully defined, but will be by your emails, ideas, dreams.
Yes.
Some people on the podcast think of dreams as things we try to attain. Other people think of them as clouds that float away.
Yep.
And we say goodbye to.
Or you could say,
whatever
I
you
dream
want it to
of Yeah,
you can put that in, and then it's gonna go. It goes into the bucket, and then when when the timer goes off and we're focused, we go to the bucket and start conversation off the dreams. Yep, randomly.
So welcome to season 2. Thanks for being here. We're so excited that we made it this far. Did you guys think we make it this far?
Hell no.
No, absolutely not. I wasn't sure if the dream of just releasing any of them was ever going to happen.
Yeah, like
Definitely.
we were.
Well, I mean, yeah, because it feels like years since that we started doing that studio. That daily workout.
Yep.
But,
Yep.
Yeah.
A little handheld recorder, and then we just had like a backlog of recordings.
Yeah, and you could definitely hear that like echoey ass room we were in.
Yep.
I was like, dang. You know, the sound quality is not as top flight as it should be. So, yeah, now we're like more than official. So, yeah, I don't know. I was like, this is like really fun to do. And it's really dope that I'm doing it with you guys. So, I'm really excited.
Likewise.
For what we're on.
Yeah, for not having a plan before any episodes
like
and winging it and just chatting about things. I feel like the tags I end up coming back to is like relationships, community. Yeah. We get some philosophy, comedy, lots of funny things.
Yeah.
Casey's trashy dating life.
My trashy
These end up being the themes.
Life.
But yeah.
You know, okay, so this is like.
You don't have any more stories about that, do you?
I always have stories about that. I have, it all ties in. Everything ties in. So I've been having, part of the break was my fault, guys, because I've been having a rough patch. Okay, like. A hella rough patch.
And this time it's not as much plumbing and ears related.
No, it's not. You know, it's really not. It is not. I've had some work bullshit, and then I had some life bullshit, and then it all blended in with my trashy dating story. So it's like, wow, another trifecta, right?
Yes.
So
comes in threes.
So can we just go with the like work bullshit for a second? And I'm going to just say it's work bullshit because everybody knows where I work except nobody knows where I work.
Are you about to name names?
I am going to be, you know what? I've always been a spicy bitch.
Where they pay the rent?
I'm about to name names here. You know what I'm saying? I'm at this place where I'm calling out family members. Calling out employers. So we might really need you guys to support this podcast.
You could always go with a vegetable salad. Like, I mean, I demonstrated that, tomatoes, cucumbers,
I'm fasting
broccoli
right now for Ramadan, and I'm not even Muslim. So
rocks. You can do different kinds of rocks.
Yes. So I am not going to deal with food right now because it's just a lot. Okay. So it started out, this is where it started. It started out where I was just like, oh my gosh, Jesus, I will go wherever you send me. I will do what I'm in my bed crying out at night to the Lord. Like, Lord, tell me what you want me to do. Order my steps, direct my path. Good night. Right. Good night, everybody. So I go to sleep. Mind my business. So that's the beginning of the month. So then the beginning of the month that we're in. And what happens is we have a big boss. We don't have a big boss. She's a little woman, but they say, carrying a big stick. You know what I'm saying? So she is a small statured woman, but she's got a real big stick with her. So so I'm sitting there minding my business at work, and Bird is just like, oh, Casey, like, me and Gar, we're going to go to this school, and, we're going to split this school. And I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Good for you guys. Like, good thing you guys got that going on. And then all of a sudden, like, he shows me an email. So this is like Monday of the first week of March, right? Like the Monday. And he shows me an email Wednesday. And the Wednesday is like, oh, sorry, guys. We already have male staff. We need a female. And I'm like, gosh, who you guys going to get to do that? You know what I'm saying? So, and then, Bird's looking at me like, it's you, big baby. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, okay. So then that Thursday, I like... Jody hits me on Teams like, hey, you got a minute? She's looking for me all in the building. And we in the same building all over the place. And I'm like, okay, cool. And she's just like, yeah, you got a minute? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, okay, you gonna be at this school? And I'm like, all right, well, I could go over there like 2 or 3 days or whatever, because I got a lot of stuff. So then she comes down and she sits and she's like, okay, she's got a piece of paper and a pen, and she's like, tell me what your schedule is, your weekly schedule. And I say, oh, easy peasy. Monday, I have, stabilization from this time to this time. Then I have my supervision meeting. Then I have supervision with my staff. Then every Tuesday, I'm in leadership every other Tuesday. And then every other Wednesday, I'm in the cultural equity team. Then Thursdays, I do mentoring with another staff that's at another school. So that every month, these are the things that I automatically put on my calendar before I fill anything else in. And she's just like, okay, you're done with all that. Get out of all that. You're finished with all that. Mm-hmm. It's cool. Get up out of all that. They need, we agreed that we were going to send them a female for 40 hours a week. I was like, I said, okay, all right. Okay, I'll probably be able to get out of these things. You know what I'm saying? I'll start, I could probably start maybe the 6th. No, I said I could start the 13th, right? Because we're in the first week of March. And she's like, no, you're going to start Monday. And at this time, it's Thursday. So I'm like, okay. So I spent the weekend being a little salty, being a little high class salty. And I was just like, all right. And then I go to the school and the principals, I said, well, what are the hours you want? Because, I usually work about 9, 10. I come in. She said 8 in the morning to 3:30. The school starts at 8:30 and ends at 3 o'clock. Why you want me 30 minutes there before and then 30 minutes after? And not only that, remember, I go to the gym. So I go to the gym. I get up at 4:45 in the morning. And then I am at the gym by 5:30 in the morning, and I work out from 5:30 to 6:30. So then by the time I would get home and shower, I would have to be out of my house by 7:30 to make it to St. Paul in rush hour traffic by 8 a.m., which is where I'm supposed to be there. So now it's impossible. And then also I work at another place, because I got 3 jobs, I think I'm playing, where I'm already locked in for the whole month of March to all these other shifts that start 3:30 to 11:30. So now I definitely cannot go to the gym when I'm getting up at 4:45 in the morning and go to 11:30 at night, not including 30 minutes from Maplewood back to my house. So getting home at impossible. So I'm this is insane, okay? And I'm pissed and I'm upset and
everything's got to change right now. Everything you were doing, done. Throw it in the trash.
Finito.
Start up with this next thing.
Nothing. So I go to this school and they're like, we're so glad you're here. We're so glad you're here. We really are having problems in the bathroom. And I'm like,
and they are.
I'm like, excuse me. And they're
bathroom is a tough place.
They're like, yeah, we're having so many problems. So what we need you to do, you don't have an office. You have a cubicle facing the bathroom. So when you see too many girls lingering in the bathroom, your job is to get up and tell them to leave the bathroom. And I'm just standing in this bathroom mad as fuck. Okay, because I'm like, I am in a significant amount of student loan debt. Okay, did I need to go to school?
Back to plumbing issues.
Yes, okay. I'm just
leaking pipes
all
leaking
day.
Kids.
They're just in the bathroom.
Pens of vape.
And I was pissed. I was beyond pissed. I'm like, this. I was feeling so angry and mad and bitter, and I was angry at everybody, and I felt like nobody was calling me to check on me. John, you did call me and check on me. You did. You checked on me. You did. Bird did not check on me. I confronted him this week about that. I was super salty. And then I was like, this is fucking awful. This is the most horrible thing. And then the person that I'm mentoring at the other school, I'm venting to her, really unprofessional, badass mentor, right? Just guess what I'm doing? She's like, bitch, I'm also doing a similar role, but not the bathroom part, but you're supposed to be a mentor. And I'm like, yeah, and they got me in these bathrooms. And she's like, Miss Casey, you found me in a bathroom. I was in the hallways, I was in the bathrooms, maybe you're supposed to be over there. Maybe that's where you're supposed to be. Maybe somebody really needs you in those bathrooms. Maybe that's why you're there. And like instantly, as soon as she said that, my heart got so convicted. And I got so emotional because I was like, I literally prayed for this. And this is another reminder. Be careful what you pray for. Exactly. Because God is very funny. Like, super funny.
Humorous,
like, on a cloud. Like, oh, you'll go wherever I send you. Bitch, try the bathroom. Okay? Because I thought it was going to be like the White House or something, or CNN or MSNBC at least, like somewhere near a bank. Nothing. Nope, not at all. So that was really crazy that I got like, and then I got that conviction on my heart, and I was just like so devastated with like how arrogant I was being. I was like, oh my gosh, like what am I doing? Like this is what I prayed for. This is what I asked for. And like I find kids in the hallway and in the bathrooms that nobody else is looking for. Like that's my thing. And I asked to do this. So it just like really kind of humbled me. And then that like following, like, then that like Friday, my like god brother overdosed and passed away. And then that like from that Friday, then that Tuesday, my aunt died, who was on dialysis. And like it's all drug related type of stuff and everything. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And then so I come back that like the next day, and this dude, Mr. Tim, who looks exactly like fucking Spike Lee. Okay, I think it's Spike Lee. Like, I'm pretty sure it is him. The same glasses and everything.
That'd be tricky.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, are you supposed to be his last name is Lee. I don't know if it's him or not.
Got tired of the fame he hated out at a school.
Maybe. And he was like, Miss Casey, can I say something to you? And I'm like, what's up, Mr. Tim? And he's like, I know I don't know you, like, and I don't know you at all, but I really need to tell you something. And I'm like, what's up? He's like, God told me to tell you that you're supposed to be here right now and that you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. And I just started weeping because he's like, I'm so sorry. I don't even know if you're Christian. Like, I didn't mean to offend you. Like, da-da-da. And I'm like, this is like, so, it's like on all these different levels. And I was just like, damn, this is a lot right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like super overwhelmed by everything. And then just like, it just, so then I'm like, man, I'm trying to pull myself to rally. Like, okay, let's get this podcast. But it's like, man, I got a funeral on Monday the 20th. Then I got another funeral on Monday the 27th in the same exact funeral home, in the same exact room. I'm like, shit, I'm going to just sit where I sat last Monday, like a student. And I fucking did. And even that was weird for me because I'm like, is this my assigned seat in this funeral home? Like, is this the place that I always have to be when I'm here? And it was just like very, very weird. But I'm just really glad to be here with you guys because, throughout this whole process, and I just was beside myself with all these things. But like through all of this, like I know you guys are like, listen, like, damn, bitch, you got a lot going on. But like, I just want you guys to know that like, these people are not just like, oh, we're doing a podcast because we're trying to make money. Like, I'm really for sure trying to make money here. Like, let's not ever forget that that's what Casey's on. But like, they really like fuck with you. Like, they really like fuck with me. Like, y'all are really like locked in with me, and I really am grateful for you guys like being there for me.
Well, we're grateful to be here.
Yeah.
You're both two of the strongest people I know, and so that's why I really respect and like working with y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, special thing. Yeah, it's an honor to be in this space, and somehow you still want me to be doing this podcast with you after you were supposed to do a solo podcast by yourself.
Okay.
And then you were like, and it was like, oh, Casey's gonna do a podcast, and Nick or John are gonna like help support, and she's like, what? You all are gonna be on it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I'm back. I'm right?
Back.
I'm in.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we just all the relationship that builds off of that. Yep. So hopefully that comes through these little microphones and the electric devices that go through to the other side, and then through all the cords and the cables really fast, if you think about it.
All the love and support and all these things. And yeah, so it's only till June.
So so kind of a question on that.
Yes.
So like, do you it's like with all that, with how things play out, and there's all the like, oh, I think this is gonna happen, and that's what I was going for, and then whoops, Be careful what you wish for.
Like, for sure.
Something else happens.
Yeah.
Where do you think of, like, is there kind of like predetermination to you then within that, your perspective on God? Like, is God just going to do in your life whatever's going to be done, and it's not very up to you anyway?
Like, is there free will? Or, like, is that what you're asking? Well, yeah, I think we all have free will. You know what I mean? Like,
but how much? Like,
a lot.
But, like, if the whole pie of, like, making influence on what goes on in your life is this much, like 100, what percentage of that is your impact?
100.
100?
Yeah.
Then why are you in the bathrooms?
Okay, because so here's the thing. It's like, I could have quit.
But I mean, that all happened. You're saying God wanted you to be. You're supposed to be there.
Listen. This is the path. This is the best path for your life, right? Like, this omnipotent, present, like God is like, I know that this will be the best path for the quality of your life, for the gifts that you have. This particular path. Now, there's landmines, twists, turns, and you could also just
and jokes.
Yeah, and jokes. There's a lot of shit there. So, however you execute that is, like, you get style points, but you're still on the path no matter what, right? So
if I'm hearing you right, and I'm not Christian, so I'm just trying to understand, God's giving you a script, and it's up to you about how you play that script.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or, like, maybe
like
not
that.
even maybe kind of like a script, or, like, yeah, like a little...
Or it's like a video game. It's a level design.
Yes, it's like a Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure.
Okay.
Like, did you ever read those? Like,
hell yeah.
Goosebumps, Choose Your Own Adventure.
I died in most of those.
I died in fucking all... Listen, the one that I was mad about, it was like, oh, man, guess what? You found out our government spy thing. Congratulations. Don't drink that lemonade because it was, like, poison. Good for you. Like, we're going to have you be in the FBI now. Cheers. And then you fucking drink it.
Yeah.
And wake up in your room stupid as hell.
Yeah.
Because how they work, John, is basically you read the book, and then at a certain point, they're like, okay, do you drink the water or not? If you drank the water, you go to page 32. If you didn't drink the water, you go to page 64. And you're like, okay, I'll go to page 64. A demon ate you. Okay, sweet.
Right.
Yeah, so it's kind of like Choose Your Own Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not the author still.
No.
You don't write it. Mm-mm. So that's why you're in the bathrooms.
Yes.
And you're not married to Jeff Bezos still? Is that true?
I'm not.
You're still not?
I'm not.
Anybody
I would be his side bitch
really
at this
rich?
point. Anybody rich?
I thought you would have been a side bitch all along. I thought that was part of the plan.
Okay, first off, this is how John gets slapped on season 2. Okay, Casey's never a side bitch. I'm always the main.
I mean, I thought you were willing to do anything for Bezos, though. Like, this levels up.
Oh, yeah,
right,
yeah,
like,
for sure. For sure.
Shit,
Donald Trump is in jail now. He's a fucking felon. Okay, I might as well hop on fucking Baidu since he about to have this young felony. I mean, shit. He's, yeah.
Are there any investments working right now?
What do you mean? Like,
like potential wealthy suitors in the Casey estate?
Let me tell you what happened. Okay, this all ties in to this situation.
Yeah.
So,
did you meet someone in the bathroom at Gordon Parks?
No.
Because that'd be good.
So, after my first funeral, which was a Monday. Listen.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, I have been talking to this dude since January 27th, right? And on this dating app, it auto-generates questions like, oh, what's the last movie you watched? Oh, where's the last place you left your keys? Shit. Yeah, very, and this is what I said. This is just my speed. Low maintenance. I don't got time. I got all these jobs. I'm like, I'm 3-4 DAs behind. Also, I got mountains of paperwork, mountains of fucking shit for my dissertation that I'm avoiding. I just have a lot of shit going on. Yep. So it's like, I would like a convenience boo. You know what I mean? Cuffing season's almost over. So let's just get into convenience boo territory. But like, I'm just like, this is like low maintenance enough. We're just asking questions, auto-generated questions that we're both answering. So it's like very low stakes. We do this for like a month, just back and forth. And then I ask him, because I am such a boss lady. I'm like, what is it that you're looking for that you've yet to find? And how would you know that you found it when you come across it? And he's like, damn, that's a good question. And I'm like, yeah, I know, right? He's like, well, it's too much for me to text. Can I just call you? And I said, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was like, yeah. I said, yeah, you can call me. That's cool.
To the next level it goes.
Yes. It's
like the video game. You're leveling up.
Yeah, I'm leveling up. So I said, okay, like, so this guy, chocolate brother, some dreads, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm from Louisiana. I've just been in Minnesota for like a month and a half. Perfect. My ideal guy is fucking imported. Okay? You didn't go to high school here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not tainted by the fucking shit that's here. You haven't went too many winters in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Cool. So he's like, I'm straight from Louisiana. Like, I have no kids. I'm intellectual. His profile said, I'm an intellectual, but I text and ebonics. I said, all right, okay, you know, clever.
That is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're talking about psychedelics. He's talking about spiritual, all that, like, just really, we talked for 4 hours.
Wow, on the phone.
4 hours on the phone. Okay,
4 hours on the phone.
Kicking it high school style. Okay, wow. I'm like, damn, this, we're just chopping it up. He's like, you know what, I don't know why I'm telling you all these things. Like, it's just like so easy to talk to you. And I'm like, I don't tell people what I do for, I'm just like, whatever.
That's the effect.
Now, just time out.
Yes.
Have you checked that he's in prison yet?
Yeah, that's
he
what I'm
is
wondering
not
about.
in prison.
Okay. All right.
Because I would have
like waiting for that.
Yes.
Okay.
If you need to know what that's about, season 2, go to the jail fishing episode.
Jail fishing, yep.
So, okay. So I'm like, okay, cool. 4 hours. And he's like, I was married. I'm divorced. I said, damn. He's like, I'm just so sad because I didn't think that I would have to be looking for another wife at like 34 years old. And I'm like, damn, that's real. And he's like, I didn't grow up with my dad. My dad was a crackhead. But the one gift that he gave me was like a high alcohol tolerance. And I said, that's a fucking precursor for something that's probably not going to be cool later on. But
Do you put that on your resume?
My dad was a crackhead, so he gave me a high ass alcohol tolerance.
Well, I mean, I don't know,
Possibly. So I'm like, okay. And he's like, when I got divorced, he's like, I work for HVAC. I'm an HVAC technician, like the heating, cooling, the people who fix your central air unit. Well, they make bread, okay? They make a lot of money. They make a lot of money. So I'm like, okay, talk to me nice. Like, what's up? What's up, New Orleans? Like, I like fucking crawfish and shrimp or some shit. Like, what's up? So he's like, yeah, I don't even know why I'm telling you all this. And I said, okay, you're a good-looking, intellectual black man with a great job and no kids. Why are you single? What's the deal here?
Almost everybody you come across gets to that point.
So I'm like,
wow. And
so I said, why are you single? He said, I don't know. He's like, because he was like, when I meet a woman, I just put my best foot forward. I take care of everything. I do everything. And I just pour so much love and attention. And then when we get to a point where we're finally together, sometimes I get depressed and I go through these low moods. And it's I don't get the same support as I got from them in the beginning. I said, have you heard of the phrase love bombing? And he's like, no, what's that? And I was like, okay, Google. So I read him the fucking definition of love bombing. And he was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's exactly it, minus the manipulation. I was like, I'm going to add the manipulation.
I'm going to add the manipulation. We're going to assume that's part of it you don't know about.
It's just the whole definition. You don't get to slice the definition up.
I don't know the definition.
Let me read you the definition of love bombing. Let me read you all the definition because, when you think of Kanye, you think you know what love bombing is, but you really don't know exactly what it is. Love bombing is the action or practice of lavishing someone with attention, affection, especially in order to influence or manipulate them. So he's like, yeah, that's exactly it, minus the manipulation. I'm like, I'm going to include the manipulation, because to me that sounds like love bombing, like, and it's not sustainable, because it's not sustainable. So then you love bomb these women, and then when they get really invested in you, your real self comes through, and then they're like, well, what the fuck, like, you know, you've been doing all this whole time, now you're sad, Eeyore, fuck off, like, you know, like, we're not gonna do that.
So does, like, I wonder if chivalry or being
Nick
like
love bombs. Nick love bombed his girlfriend.
No.
He's trying to figure it out.
But I'm trying to see, like, does it come off it that way? You know, like, does it, like, is it a weird kind of toxic masculinity thing where, you know, they think they're doing, I want to put my best foot forward, and then it's like, I'm exhausted. It's been 3 months and I keep putting my best foot forward and I'm a human being.
Well, that's why it's called bombing, because it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
So it is all those things. Mm-hmm. You know, it could be none of those things.
It could be none of it. It could just be a manipulated bastard.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay.
So, well, foreshadowing, right? So here we go. Right? Because this is sounding real beautiful. So then he tells me, he's like, you know, when I got divorced, he's like, I don't even know why I'm telling you that I was married, because there's some people in my family that don't even know that I was married. And I'm like, really? He's like, because I like went to the courthouse and they're kind of like extended family that I'm not close with. And I said, okay, well, you know, I said, listen, people tell me deep stuff all the time, and don't feel bad about it, because that's just like my thing. And he's like, okay, cool. He's like, well, after I got divorced, I would work a lot, and then as soon as I got off work, I would just drink. I would go home, put on R&B, and just drink and cry and light incense. And I would do this. I did this for like 6.5 months straight, and I didn't really think too much of it. But then my brother came and stayed with me and was like, I actually think you're an alcoholic. You have a fucking problem. And he was like, I just like gotten used to being super hungover, going to work every day. And I was like, do I have a problem? And he was like, yeah, you need some help, bro. Like, I can't help you because I'm also your drinking buddy. So he's like, I put myself in treatment. And when I was sitting in treatment, I was just like around all these men that were like, oh, like I can't hold a job, or like I lost my kids, or my family hates me because of my alcohol and drug use. Like their addiction has like crumbled, that like fucked their life up in like a huge way. And he was like, I'm just sitting there like, well, I just get drunk and listen to R&B, so like I'm not like these fools. Like he's like, but it was through the mental health team that let me know that I was pedestalizing my addiction. And I put my form of alcoholism on a pedestal because I don't have any criminal charges. It didn't impact anybody but me. So I felt like it was better than these other people who are like alienated themselves and their family and really fucked their life up. And I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, this is really self-aware. He's like, and I'm glad I'm in Minnesota. He's like, the first thing I want to do like is establish a good therapist, because I believe that like Black men need to address their mental health issues, because like I had to address my childhood trauma. I'm one of 9. And I'm like, wow, educated, intellectual, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you believe in mental health, you believe in therapy, you believe in seeking help, you believe in addressing your childhood trauma and not taking it out on the next bitch. What's up? I'll courthouse marry you, boo. What's good? Like, we could just like, I was like, excited, you know. And of course, you know me, I have a little roster full of dudes that, you know, I keep 5 at a time in rotation at all times. But, you know, they're on the bench. And I said, I enjoyed getting his text. Like, I enjoyed hearing from him. So we talked for 4 hours one day. The first day we talked on the phone 4 whole hours. I'm like, oh my gosh. I go to work. I didn't call him that same day. I called him the next day. Phone's disconnected. Like, right. We're all saying the same. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go on a little dating app and I see his shit's green. And I'm like, hey, I called you today and your phone's cut off. He's like, damn. That's all he says. Damn. That's all he says. He doesn't say anything else other than damn. So I just am like, I'm just like, what's going on? So I left it alone for a second. but I'm a Virgo, right? So I'm brooding about this. Like, damn what? What does that mean? Are you not interested? Like, what the fuck? Like, where are we going with this? Damn what? Like, it was just one word, nothing else. Like, I mean, what's happening? Because you're online, so you're able to. You got Wi-Fi. Like, what the fuck? You can't get a app, or what's going on here? I'm just confused. So I reached back out and I'm like, hey, just making sure you're cool here, like, you know, I needed more explanation. He's just like, I haven't forgotten about you, Casey. Like, I know your number. You know, I'm gonna just be totally transparent. I struggle with procrastination and, you know, transferring everything over. Like, I didn't pay my bill and, like, you know, it's not on auto pay. Like, this was like totally I'm a little embarrassed, but like, I'm going to reach out to you, like, as soon as I get all those things, you know, straight. And I'm like, okay, cool. 2 days later, he calls me. We chat for like 3 hours.
Okay,
I'm like,
okay.
You know, because I'm like, what's up? Are you?
The roller coaster's back up.
Yeah,
again.
so it's I'm
on your way to the courthouse.
That's what I'm saying.
Right,
like, meet me at the my address. Like, I'm ready, right? Like, I'm like, this guy, like, okay. I mean, red flag with the phone cut off shit, but like, okay.
You know.
Right. So, I mean, in 3 hours, we're having 4 hour conversations. So, you know, obviously he's like cool. And he's like, yeah, I'm a foodie. So, like, I would love for you to show me around Minnesota's, like, tight food spots. Because I love doing that. And, like, I'll pay because, like, I just want to, like, see what's in the community here. Because I don't know much about the city. And I was like, tight. Because he's like, oh, I live in the suburbs. Because, you know, being from New Orleans, like, I think all cities have a lot of crime, so I just didn't want to move in any city. So I wanted to be in, like, the suburb area. I'm like, hey, you got the bread for it, dog. Like, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So the first funeral is March 20th. So I didn't talk to him, obviously, that Monday. But the next day was Tuesday. So we just need some dark, fucking ominous ass music.
Dun. I don't got it.
Dun, 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 like fucking, yes, yeah, that's exactly what the fuck it was. So I'm at work, sitting on a toilet, and I'm texting, and I'm just like, good morning.
Huh?
Let me read the response that I got. Is
this the bomb?
This is the bomb.
And then the bomb went.
With fucking booyaka, booyaka, pop, 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 like that shit with fucking Jamaican level, fucking Rastafarian level, fucking fucked up. So I don't even know why I put my life out here like this, but I don't even give a fuck. So I say good morning. The text I got back was, good morning. This is his girlfriend. He's in jail right now, but I'll definitely let him know to contact you if he's released today. Wait a second. I said, oh, wow. You play all day. Laughing emoji. I can't tell if you're serious or not. Laughing emoji. LOL. I'm actually not playing.
Why does his girlfriend have his phone?
No, I'm serious. He went to jail for domestic assault against me and 5th degree assault against the hotel attendant at the place we're currently living. I don't know how much, parenthesis long, you know him or the situation he's, parenthesis we've, been in the past couple of months. But as I can see, y'all had conversations here or there. And then she proceeded to send me a picture of her with a fucking black eye. So, yeah. So I'm like, cool. So me being the messy bitch that I am, I said, girl, I'm about to call you because I just
want to know all the drama.
I need to know the information because I'm fucking shooketh at all of this. Wow. I can't even fucking comprehend. Like, I didn't even know what to think.
You're like a magic for like finding these.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Like, so I call this girl and I'm like, I'm at work, by the way, so I'm just fucking in somebody's classroom. I'm like, hey girl, what's up? And she's like, yeah, like, I see you guys like text here and there. So we are from New Orleans. We've actually been living here for 3 months. And we came up together. We've been in a relationship since May. I was like,
Last year
of May. She was like, oh yeah. Cause so I'm just trying to figure out where yeah. She was like, yeah, he got me with that HVAC story too. When I first met him, then I found out he worked at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, like I don't know, man. Like I'm like, so what the fuck? She was like, yeah, you know, he cheated on me before, I've cheated on him, but you know, we're supposed to be together, and yeah, like I don't know what he's told you, but you know, he has a really high alcohol tolerance. Yeah, I'm like,
oh, we know. We are well aware of that.
I was like, yeah, he mentioned it. She was like, but wait, before I get into that, I'm just confused. Because I was like, well, is he fucking... I was like, well, what's up? Is he even really divorced? She was like, first off, I'm really upset about that because he never even told me that he was married at all.
Oh.
I found out that he's still legally married because when I was going through his phone, he was texting his sister about getting a divorce from a different state. But he never actually, in fact, told me that he was ever married. So I'm just confused that you, a person who he's never really met in life or even talked to, how he communicate. And I sleep next to him every night. So he didn't even bother to tell me that he was separated or getting a divorce. Like, he never even mentioned it. So she's like, I'm just really confused at how he shared that with you and why. I was like, well, bitch, I don't know. You see, we both in a pickle. So I you know, like, you asking me some shit that I can't really verify for you. And I said, well, damn, what happened? She said, you know, last night I said, you know, I want to drink. And I'm like, okay, your boyfriend's an alcoholic. Maybe, no, but whatever, whatever. None of my business.
Yep.
She said, I wanted to drink. So he said, let's drink. She was like, I don't know if you know, his alcohol tolerance is so high. So he drank a liter of alcohol to himself. And we went on live and had a good time. And then he passed out. I'm like, yeah, or fucking should have went to the hospital because a liter of alcohol to yourself. She was like, yeah, but you know, when he drinks like that, he gets like aggressive and like all his childhood trauma comes out. And I was like, a liter of anything would probably make a lot of shit come out.
Got to Google hard to figure that out.
Yeah. She's like, so he was asleep and I decided to go through his phone and I saw he had that like Text Now app and I saw he had like texted you a little bit, but there was like 12 different women he was like having all these crazy illicit conversations. So I woke him up and confronted him and he started punching me in the face and trying to choke me. So then I run out the hotel room to the front desk because he's chasing me, and I get to the desk to try to get another hotel key because I'm half naked, and then he starts fist fighting the hotel attendant and goes to jail. And I'm like,
wow.
Yeah.
So he wasn't in jail when you started dating him.
He wasn't in jail when I started talking to him.
But then the bomb went off.
I mean...
Jeez.
I have a lot of questions, but...
How does he do this?
Man, that was the other question. I'm like, I said, first of all, we've all been in a hotel. How the fuck are you over here cheating? Why? She was like, well, he couldn't get a job because he couldn't get his HVAC license to transfer over because his license...
That was one of my questions.
His ID
I'm like, that's
expired.
a very specific lie. Like, we're all 12 of these women, like, I'm in the HVAC business, baby. Okay, like, that's his line.
His dating profile had, like, he had the vest
now we know it works.
and the hat.
So at least he had,
he had the fucking outfit on.
He had the experience to go with. Okay, thank you.
So I believed it, because I'm like, oh, you do construction? He's like, no. I do HVAC. Bitch, you don't do nothing. You work at Buffalo Wild Wings. Okay?
Does he wear the vest there?
I fucking bet he fucking does. She's like, oh, his ID expired, so he couldn't get a job. I was like, how y'all paying for this hotel? I'm nosy. I'm a nosy motherfucker.
And what kind of hotel?
In the suburbs.
Oh.
Somewhere. She was door dashing. That's how he had all that time. Because she was door dashing all fucking day long to pay for their hotel room while he's philandering with bitches in the hotel. She's doing DoorDash. And she's like, everything was so perfect. We just got our keys to our apartment that is in her name. She's DoorDashing to do everything for this motherfucker. And I'm like, girl, look, we're both big girls, but you're doing some shit that's desperate. Because I'm not about to pay for no motherfucking grown-ass person's lifestyle.
Yes.
You're doing a bit too much. And she's like, yeah, I'm up here by myself, so you know me. I'm like, here's some resources. My sister was like, you're fucking, Casey, you're a bitch, because you shouldn't have given her any resources or anything like that, because you're the chick that her man is talking to.
Come on.
But she was like, I'm up here from New Orleans by myself. Yeah. My family told me not to come up here with him because I don't know him that well. Yeah. And now this has happened. And I was like, here's the number to a battered women's shelter, because the social worker never called her back. Mm-hmm. They gave her the blue card from the police officer, like, oh, you were just in a domestic. I gave her, like, resources, and, like, she was like, oh, my gosh, you're so nice. I'm like, yeah, I just was, like, genuinely concerned. I'm like, look, it sounds like you're not done. So I'm not going to tell you need to be done, because she's just not done. Yep. You know what I mean? I'm like, I get it. You a big girl. You know, this is a good guy, seemingly. He's got all these things going for him. Got potential. Very intellectual. Mm-hmm. Yep. Very fucking manipulative. Love bombing.
That goes with that intellectual.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm like, I can see why.
Pull lots of strings with that.
Yeah, I mean, shit, look, you ain't gonna dot my motherfucking eye. Nah, I'm not with that, but you clearly are. So whatever. So I just gave her those resources. And I just like, I just hung up the phone, because I was just like, goodbye. Then I tell my friend who's Liberian, that's an RN, I tell her the story as I'm going home from work. And she's like, Casey, you got to call her back. And I'm like, why? She's like, you need to check on her. She's been alone. You know, I mean, she might have a concussion. Just, I don't know. That is messy. And I was being a little messy because I was shocked and my feelings were hurt because I felt disappointed, because I'm like, how the fuck did this bitch ass dude trick me? Yeah. Like, I feel bamboozled. And also, I'm like, he really misrepresented himself. So then I felt kind of sad. Like, shit, am I ever going to, like, find, like, a decent person? Because these motherfuckers are really going above and beyond. Like, this is, like...
Yeah, it's elaborate. How do you trust? How do you trust in that? And you caught this one kind of early, but, you know, what's to say? What's the difference?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. So I called a girl back. I made it home. This is not my finest hour. Okay. I called a girl back. Ring, 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 ring. He picks up the fucking phone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking would happen.
Shut up.
Okay.
That's right.
He picks up the motherfucking phone. I'm like, hella, because I didn't even think that I'm like, girl, I didn't even catch your name. You're supposed to be
in jail.
Yeah, I'm like, girl, I didn't even catch. He's like, oh, yeah, it's me, Tobias. Yeah. Because I'm like, you over here with this fucking slave ass name. I didn't think you'd be dishonest, bro. Like, I didn't think you'd be this motherfucker.
You came right at him?
Yes. I was like, hey, what's up? He's like, yeah. What's up? I'm like, what's up with you? He's like, yeah, nothing much, really. Just I was like, fam. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. I heard you had a good time this morning bashing me all day. I said, did I bash you? Did I said, bro. I'm like, first of all, you lied about everything. He's like, I didn't lie about anything. I am an intellectual black man with no children. I'm like, you said you live in the suburbs. He's like, I do. I'm like, with your bitch in a hotel, fam. You left that part out. I'm like, you were being manipulative. He's like, I wouldn't call it manipulative.
Yeah. Wow.
I was like, what do you mean?
Oh my God.
He's like, I wouldn't say that I manipulated you. He's like, yeah, there were some truths that I left out. He's like, there were some truths that I left out, but everything I said about myself was true. I'm like, you left out the part of you live with your bitch in a hotel. That is the main part that you left. I'm like,
and there was a reason you left it out.
And I asked him, I said, wait a second, let's back this story up.
He's not even defending it. He's
jokingly.
Just, I
was like, are you single? He was like, yeah. I said, are you single? Because it's 2023. I'm like, does anybody think they're in a relationship with you? And he was like, ha, not that I know of. He was like, this is what he said to me.
He's a liar.
He was like, you know, I was like, what? You're fucked up, bro. He was like, to be honest, the only person I owe an apology to is the love of my life. I'm like, yeah, the bitch you clocked earlier last night. Yeah. Like, are you kidding me? Or was he
talking about himself?
That could be it. Yeah. I was just fucking flabbergasted. And he took no accountability for any of it.
Well, yeah, because I mean, when you say that, I'm just picturing in my head, like, okay, someone just like stabbed a person in a hotel room, let's say, and the cops come bust in, and they're like, okay, hey, you're under arrest because we caught you red-handed murdering. Mm-hmm. Why are you bashing me?
Like,
you know, it's like you were caught red-handed, and it's like, oh, but that's your fault. For catching
me.
Oh, that's messed up.
And I was like, dude, you literally manipulated me. He's like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. So now here comes the messy part. So my friend Etta, who's a fucking RN in Texas, she fucking unmutes her phone. Like, first of all, whoa. Like, and she's got this whole thing. She's got fucking Liberian ass accent. She's like, first of all, you're not taking any accountability for what you did. This is wrong. This was wrong with you fucking black dudes in America. Y'all got too much shit and y'all are fucking greedy as hell. And like, she's going off and he's like, who the fuck are you? And she's like, I'm Casey's friend. And I'm listening to this and I wasn't even going to say anything. He's like, oh my gosh, now I'm being accosted. I'm being verbally accosted and bashed by,
he's locked to the walls.
I don't even know this other woman. And now I'm being bashed by two black women on the phone, one whom I don't even know. And I said, I just wanted to know like what the plan was. Like, what was your plan? He was like, I didn't have a plan. No, it was just conversation. He's like, it was never like, we were just going to talk. I was like, the most fucked up thing is like, he's like, well, me and my fiance. I'm like, oh, now it's your fucking fiance. You're already married, bitch. You are already married. You can't have a fiance and you're married. He was like, and
also you're single, right?
And also you're single as fuck. You're just three things at once.
Yeah. But
he was like,
he's free.
Just a fucking free bird. He's like, well, I was having problems in my relationship and I probably shouldn't have entertained other women. But, I only should apologize to the love of my life. And I was like, you know what? You're fucked up. You're manipulative. I just want to let you know you're a piece of shit. And I can't even fucking believe you. Like, I have no fucking words. And I feel really stupid and foolish. And I'm like, I just want to know, is old girl okay? And he's like, who? And I'm like, the bitch you knocked out yesterday, like your fucking love of your life. He's like, oh, she's sitting right here. She hears everything you're saying. She hears what you guys are saying. And I'm like, girl, you're a victim. Like, okay, you fucking have fun with this shit. I am not about to be going to clown college with, you guys have a nice fucking life. I'm like, all I'm saying is you were wrong because I'm a person who's unattached and truly single. And if you had some messy shit going on in your life, you should have addressed that before going out into the fucking dating marketing world, pulling me, a single, unattached person, into your fucking chaotic ass bullshit. And I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna go. Because he just kept going in circles, like no accountability, like, oh, well, like,
no, he's not.
You believed what you wanted to believe because, I mean, we didn't even meet, so it really wasn't anything. Like, I don't know why you're acting so hurt. I'm like, I was like, dude, you fucking wasted my time.
He's practiced at this in a way where like he's not really participating. Like, you're on Earth, and he's just not. He's not even in this. He doesn't obey any of these rules. He doesn't obey any of these laws. He just walks around and does whatever the fuck he wants and says whatever the fuck he wants because he's dissociated himself somewhere. That's what I mean. This is a dark, dark place that he's in. Like, they're in a dark, dark place.
Yeah. Well, and treating human beings like things. I mean, that's fucked up.
But I mean, he probably also sees himself the same way. I mean, he literally has no value in his own life.
Yeah, he did say that. He's like, I think I'm not shit.
He's just signed off. He's just signed off in his own darkness, such that it doesn't even matter what he does to anyone else. He can't even feel anything anymore. He's probably numb to all of it.
Yeah,
he doesn't even feel any. He doesn't feel bad about it. He doesn't even have to. He doesn't even have to defend himself to you.
Yeah,
because he doesn't. He holds no account to fucking up anybody's stuff. He's probably fucked up a lot more people's stuff than yours, and he's gotten so he's just dissociated from any of that. He's like, he just doesn't live on the same planet.
Yeah, and
she doesn't either because she's sitting right there, and that's what she thinks is normal or what she's looking for, or she needs it enough or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
How
did you find that?
That's what I'm saying. I don't listen.
That is not what the app is for.
Listen, can I tell you, people are like, Casey, stay off the apps.
Yes.
Wait a second. Every single person I tell to try online dating, they're now married, happily married.
It's not for you. It's not for you. All you're gonna find is clients. Like literally, like people who need therapy.
The same thing. He's like, you keep fucking running into clients.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Like, yeah, I don't know.
You'd be better off with a sign in the street, just
free fucking therapy,
or the podcast.
Yeah,
or the podcast.
So that was.
If you make at least $70,000 a year, and you are not as fucked up as this guy, please email into the dream bucket at gmail.com.
Yes.
If you answer a few questions correctly, we'll give you Casey's number.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because I mean, just looking back on it, I feel like the jail fishing guy was a little better.
The jail fishing guy was way better. He was at least. I know he killed someone. Okay, he kind of admitted it. I mean, he might do an appeal, but I knew where he was. I knew what he was about. I could see his criminal background. Like, at least the jail fishing guy was on point with it. So it just.
I like this though, ranking them, right? So then what about the pissing guy? We never got the end of that story.
Oh yeah, the pissing.
Was he above or below jail fishing?
He's above all these people.
He's the best one?
Yes, he's the best fucking one.
He's not peeing on you.
True. That's what I'm saying. It's just, I don't know. It's fucking crazy.
They all have great beginnings. The beginning is always
fucking tragedy.
Like, I'm like, how did you find this guy? Like, I'm feeling insecure. My wife could find this guy, and she's gonna just leave me for this.
She's out of the dating market. That everybody that's married, like, I tell them this shit that's going on with me, and they're like, I am so glad I'm not dating. I am so fucking glad I'm like, I don't know if I think it's a me thing, because I do not know anybody else that runs into this kind of shit.
Well, maybe you should just look for people that are pieces of shit, like in the beginning.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh, okay, we know where you're at.
Yeah.
Okay, you work at Wendy's. That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, but actually you're going to college. Yeah. Oh, actually treat me like a human being.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you're writing a book.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Like,
that jail fishing guy was writing a book too, though.
True.
So, maybe,
I don't know. So you might have to flip the script a bit. But I'm so sorry you went through all that.
That's something. It's fucking crazy. Okay.
You deserve much better.
Do you feel like your trust factor? Like, how do you trust situations now? Like, I can feel you being wary through this whole.
It's with this fucking guy, exhausting.
Now each time it brings you back into you got to be just doubting anytime. You could be 6 months into a working relationship and you'd be like,
and I cannot even sit
when's this
in
wife
that place.
Gonna show up?
Yeah.
What are you doing with my guy? Like, how have we been?
And I literally
living together for 6
even
months?
Be in that place because you can't punish somebody for stuff that they didn't do. So I have to try to, then there was this other guy, because remember, he was just one of the rotation. I mean, I'm not even at 5 now because I'm so busy. But there's this other guy that there's this other guy, I was talking to him last year or something. He's no kids. He's like, I'm a chef. And I'm like, okay, like South Park kind of chef, or you real the Cordon Bleu graduate chef? Like, what you mean? So he's like, yeah, I'm a chef, blah, blah. He's like, man, Casey, I really want to pursue something with you. I really want to see where it goes. I'm like, ugh. Bullshit ain't nothing but chewed up grass. That's a quote from my mom. Okay, so you take it how you want. That's what she always says. And I was like, okay. He's like, well, can I please just have your number? And I'm like, oh, fresh off of this nonsense. So I give him my number, and he's like, okay, can we video chat? And I'm like, sure, we can video chat. And this is this past Friday. He's like, can we video chat? I said, yeah. Well, I'm really about to start driving because I just got off work or whatever. I want to kind of get home before the thick of rush hour, gets in swing. So he's like, no, I really want to video chat with you. I'm like, okay, cool. So he's like, I'll be free at 2:50. I'm like, okay. So I leave, get to my car, set up the little dual meet thing. I'm sitting there. I send him 2 duo meetings, and he just doesn't even say anything. Then he texts me next morning good morning. How you doing? And I'm like, hey,
no respect.
What's up? What's up? He's like, oh yeah. Didn't even acknowledge it. So I was like, okay.
That's amazing to me.
Yeah, I was like, I'm trying to be patient, right? Because I just went through this other situation. So I'm like, accountability Annie. So I'm just like, hey, yo, check this out. I want you to feel comfortable being honest and upfront. I don't like people who are inconsistent and flaky. Okay. I said, let's have a conversation. Okay. I'm cleaning right now. I'm cleaning my house. Da-da-da. I said, okay, cool. He's like, I'll be free at 11:30. I'm like, all right, tight. 11:30 comes, nothing. 2:45, 3:20. I'm like, and then he's texting me, and I'm like, are you? He's like, I'm really just busy cleaning. I'm like, bro, you could put it on speakerphone. But I'm getting irritated because I'm like, this is such a small thing. We're talking about a phone conversation. So I'm not really.
Wasn't it his idea to begin
It was his
with?
idea.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was like, hey, do you got a bitch? Do you live with your bitch? So now I'm getting fucking aggressive. I'm like, do you have a bitch? Do you live with your bitch? Are you married? I'm like, it seems like you can't talk because you're around somebody. So what's up? no, I'm like, it sounds like you're not single because it's like you can't talk to me on the phone. He's like, I should be asking you that. I should be asking you if you're single.
Yeah. That's a yes. That's
I was like, I'm done. Yep. I'm done with it. Yep. I was like, I'm finished. Then Sunday, he's like, good morning, sweetheart. Good morning, sexy mama. I'm like, first of all, I don't like when dudes call me mama. You're not even Hispanic. Don't call me mama. No. I was like, hey, I'm not into this. It seems like you got some weirdo ass shit going on. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to just excuse myself from the situation because you're fucking weird as fuck. And he's like, no, I just was really cleaning. And, it's not that. I really do want to talk to, Casey, I really want to make you my girlfriend. I'm like, you won't even talk to me on the phone. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, you got what? No.
He's like, yeah, I need to be more accountable. I apologize for that. Send me this whole fucking thing at 4:00 this morning. I'm like, you know what?
You gotta again through text. Just pick up the damn phone and call.
It's some bullshit.
And it's some fucking leave a fucking message. At least that would be one step. I can hear your fucking voice.
It's 2023. Okay, I don't even accept people saying that they I know fucking crackheads with phones.
These aren't real. These aren't real people.
Yeah.
We're evaluating them like they're real people. These aren't real people who are participating in the actual. They're frauds using the tool.
Yeah.
They're like weird solicitor spam message people, and then you answer the phone with them, and it's like, oh, you didn't want to build a relationship with me and sell me a decent product, you just want to steal from me? Oh, I get it. And then it's amazing how many there are, I guess.
Fucking thing.
But then took this full circle. So go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Of the podcast.
Yes.
And there you are in the bathrooms. And you get a phone call, and you're like, oh, God, put me here, and I'm supposed to be here. Like, maybe you're supposed to be with a dude who can't pick up the thing at 11:30. How do you know?
I don't.
Maybe somebody just needs to call and say, you know what, Casey, you need to be, maybe God is saying that you need to be with one of these fucked up guys.
I don't know.
You can save them.
I don't know. Like, it just feels like, these dudes really come across as clients sometimes.
Yeah. They keep offering romantic client relationships to you.
This dude was so fucking fine. This one dude, fine as hell. Just super fine. He even sent me a voice note. He had this real smooth, sexy, raspy, like, like, I'm like, okay. And he's like, man, yeah, I'm dealing with all this child support shit. And I'm like fucking suicidal and shit. Like really dark as hell. I'm like, hey, here's the fatherhood project. I'm giving him resources on the fucking dating app.
Yes.
He's like, man, I know you don't know me and we don't know each other, but like, you think you could cash out me $40? I said, are you smoking dope?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I said, are you smoking dope? I said, $40 isn't going to do shit. I gave you resources. I'm not even trying to date you. Mm-hmm. I just, you just approached me like.
It makes me think about just how dating apps have like changed the culture of dating.
Yep.
Because, it's like in the, pre-2000s, it's like you at least have to like put on clothes.
Yeah.
Go someplace.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Meet someone.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe call on a landline, but at least it's like, okay, I can track that landline in a phone book. But now it's just so many ways to contact people and so much bullshit that, there's just, like you said, these spam people. It's like
spam ass people.
You're living like a spam
It feels
message.
like a spam person.
I'm sorry you have
situation.
to deal with that.
So, yeah, we really got to get like a button with a song to bring like my trashy dating life because it's fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I always the silver lining is always I'm like, man, this is gonna be a great story for the podcast.
Yeah, that's right. Keep fishing.
Story for Casey.
And to back to your question, John, maybe that's the purpose for it to be on the podcast.
That's it.
Yeah.
God is giving us content because He wants us to have a lot of downloads. And $18,000.
Yes,
making Casey suffer for her.
Yes.
Hey, somebody's got to go down for somebody to go up.
Yeah, I heard that. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm out here just trying to figure it out, one step at a time.
Man.
One step at a time. Yeah. So that's what happened. But maybe we can switch and go into the bucket.
The bucket timer went off.
Yes.
We had to process that incredible find of yards in the water fishing for people who don't have souls.
Yeah, pretty much.
They are out there. It's terrifying to think.
Very much so.
And then I just imagine that person is like walking around, going to a job, talking to other people,
reproducing,
and then has all the skills to like deceive and make people be like, man, that guy's pretty cool. woo, but like wait,
Yeah.
bomb.
Yeah.
Wait, and then the complete lack of accountability. Because I'm going internally, like I would feel so bad about being like late to a meeting with somebody I didn't know, or like late to get to them, and I'd be apologizing right away. They're like, this just brushes it right off. Like, I walk right past it. I'm too cool to give a shit about anything.
Well, yeah, and like reading or watching Catfish and taking notes. Like, you're not supposed to watch that show and be like, oh, you're supposed to be like, oh, that's fucked up, instead of like, oh, that's what they did wrong. I should be doing this. I should get a voice modulator. Okay. You know,
and he tried to gaslight me like I didn't lie, and I'm like, what? Like I'm like, you did lie. You took, and because I was so pissed at the Weekend dude, because he just like kept saying times, like I'll be available at 3:30. And I'm like, if you're like cleaning, and then of course I'm like, listen to the cleaning episode, like I was like, what's that dirty? Like, you know, and I'm like, and I texted him, I was like,
his soul.
Yes. I'm like, you know, speakerphone exists, because I genuinely never put the phone to my ear. Like, I haven't even like had a phone to my ear conversation in like so long. I either use an earpiece or I'm just constantly on speakerphone. So I'm like, I don't even get how, like, why you can multitask here. Like, this isn't like a actual legitimate problem for like this era. They're like, you're cleaning so much. Like, are you vacuuming for like 7 hours? Like, that's why I'm like, you got a bitch. You're living with somebody where you can't be on the phone.
Yeah, but even that's damaging for you. Like, you got to be careful, because you're gonna go in. Like, each one of these things lives as like little wounds in your experience of trying to develop an intimate relationship with somebody. So now you're gonna go in, and each time your preparation for danger is going to be stronger. And then even if there isn't danger, you're going to start to see it, because it's been so much disrespect. There's so little honor in the way that people are treating each other. And that reverberates, that spreads out. It tires. You know, it's wasting your energy. Like, you've got a lot of good energy to put on people, or to help out, or you know, have a meaningful, connected relationship. You've got all that to provide, but instead you're spending a lot of time and energy getting faked out.
This is what I'm struggling with. Okay, just total transparency. Not turning into a therapy session with y'all. I was like sad, because I'm like, you know, I have a lot of like functioning and non-functioning like addicts and alcoholics in my family. So it's like, I don't drink. You know, I'm not really like, I don't really drink, because I'm just like, I don't know what normal drinking is. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers I grew up with worked 40-hour-a-week jobs, and they blacked the fuck out every night when they got home. Or they, you know, is a 12-pack to yourself too much? Well, when you're working 80 hours a week or 50, 60 hours a week, and you get fucked up Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, and just are in bed hungover, vomiting, promising God you're never going to drink again. You know what I mean? Like, these are... I grew up with this, so it's like, I'm like, oh man, this dude's like, oh, I was an alcoholic, and I'm like, I'm running into these people with these issues, and it's like, I'm personally making a different change with my life. So like, I'm living my life in a whole different stratosphere, but I don't understand why I keep like attracting people who are like addiction. It's like, damn, okay, what's up? Like, you know, I'm trying to find some sort of reason, like, damn, you know, my mom's boyfriend was a fucking alcoholic, and that ruined my childhood type shit. So I'm like, is everybody a fucking drunk and alcoholic? Or like, is it so many, like, is this a common, is every adult like this? Or am I just running into people like this? Or
I think you're definitely not alone, because I mean, even in your work, we see that people kind of find their parents in their like romantic life, or their family and stuff like that. And I can't explain it. I mean, I went into therapy thinking like, oh, I'm finding all the answers, and like, I don't know shit. Yeah. But you know, there is some, and I think this kind of collective feeling of just like, why do I'm trying to run away from this. Why does this keep coming back? And I don't know if it's like some sort of magnetism or some sort of, I don't know what, but you're not alone. I just want to say that, and that's not you or a character flaw in you. Right. It's just part of the human condition, maybe, or if you want to look at it spiritually, a way to test you. I don't know.
Shit, fucking damn. Can we swap it out for liquor for money? Like, shit, I'm like, why can't it just be money? Like, just a rich ass,
right?
You know, I can deal with a rich person that's abusive, you know, but damn,
it's hard too. Like, it's so sad, because like all these people are hurt.
Yep.
And they're all so hurt and they need to be healed. And on one hand, for us to be healthy ourselves, we have to walk away from them and stay distant from them. But if they can't heal in isolation either, and it's this weird place where like, no, you can't have a relationship in the context of a committed relationship safely right now. And that's okay. You're not ready for it.
Right.
You got to make basic relationships right now. You need a dating app for like just trying to have a friend I don't fuck over for a month. Like you're trying to just have a relationship.
Yep.
But we're all trying to get to the end of the race, and that really opens up a lot of vulnerabilities really fast. To set, let these weaknesses just fly in, and just the hurt just gets spread because people get so vulnerable with people they shouldn't be getting vulnerable with because it's not safe right now.
Yeah.
They should just be doing basic level vulnerability and work your way up to, hey, I've been friends with you for like 2 months and I haven't fucked you over. Well, I'm really getting better at this, but I'm healing. I'm knowing that I don't have to fuck other people up. I don't have to make these mistakes. But all the people that you're talking about that you're trying not to live that kind of life, like they're hurt too. And like what relationship, on one hand, I'm like, I don't have a relationship with that person, but I'm like, I don't want them to have nobody. But like,
and a little teeny tiny itty bitty part was kind of salty because I'm like, damn, she like stayed with this dude, and not like, damn, there's no street justice for this guy. Like, you know what I mean? There's no consequence for him. He just gets, because I was like thinking about like what, I guess it's like I'd rather have a piece of something than all or nothing. So I'm like, well, shit, she still got a piece of shit, something, and I've got all of nothing because I'm not in that weird situation. So I'm just like, damn, that's some weak ass shit, man. And
you can feel there's almost a part of your spirit that wants that bit of the drama. Like that's like where we come from. Like that's the world we always live in. So like you are kind of attracted to it, but you're steering your car away from it because you're like, no, I know, I can't go. I kind of want a piece of something, but I'm better off with all.
It's that troubled line too, because you would love to have someone. I mean, I can speak for my personal self. Having a partner that understands what you've been through, what you've gone through, and so have that shared kind of history and can understand. Like, that's why I wouldn't be able to date someone that doesn't have anxiety or depression because that's been a part of my life, and you'd have to understand that to understand me. But then it's at the same time, then it's like it could go the way other end, where it's just like, oh no, I got myself in trouble again because I was looking for that delicate balance of. We're both trying to go better as opposed to I'm trying to do better, but you're still fucking up.
Yeah. Yep.
So I hear you, and you're not alone.
And then that, as you described that, like that is like what the life journey really looks like. I mean, and just like having these healthy relationships, we're also talking about whether or not we have healthy family systems and healthy individual relationships, and that a lot has been very tumultuous in a lot of spaces. I don't know what it was. Leave It to Beaver. It sure seemed nicer back then.
Man.
And then they had the Brady Bunch and stuff. They sure seemed a little bit nicer. But to walk those relationships, like you are walking a balance with everybody you do that with. You're trying to do it on the highest level. So when you try to go up to the highest level and do it, it's more of a tightrope.
Yeah.
And there's no knowing, no matter who you get. And even I'd say that with my wife right now, whatever, 11 years or some crazy number. But like, we're always, we joked about it just today when we went for a walk. Like, we're always walking this rope of like, we're both changing all the time. And we're both, and we both run into roadblocks that we don't know if we always want to get over. And there's always a part of us that's like, maybe I could take that road instead.
Yeah.
And there's also another part of us that sometimes when the other one starts making a change, do we want that change to have happen? But that's what life does to us. Like if we're in it, it's constantly forming us and moving us and terraforming and changing. And then there you are with that other person. Well, the same goes for your brother. The same goes for your aunt, your uncle, your sister. And they get into these spots. And we don't know. We don't have the tools to get through them. And we get pushed into them. We don't have enough time. Whatever's going wrong. But like we're in this tumultuous time. Who knows? I haven't been alive for 150 years, so I can't really say. But it sure feels like there's a lot of people who are just not playing. And like you said, there's no consequences.
There's no consequences.
You're not going towards a part of healing. And the ground behind us is so weak. There's not a lot of backbone. Who's gonna call him out? He's so far away. He's not in the same block. He's not in the community where there's safeguards and values and morals that we know we can get to, because the justice system isn't enough. The social workers aren't enough. Like we can't just lean on that. There's just something something missing in there.
Just common decency in our society.
Just fucking decency.
Back in my day.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, there's there is some set of moral values that I don't know what they are. I'm not saying I got them, but certainly that value of sticking it out. I feel that with like my family, like what my kids are going through is like you run it. It's just this simple basic lesson again and again of each time you get hurt and wounded, are you able to come back in and say, you know what? He does love me. He just fucked that one up. And I'm willing to go there. Because if you go there with somebody who doesn't love you and is going to keep fucking you up and abusing you, well, it's not going to work out. But if you both are genuinely trying to come into the table and show your skin and work this out, you're going to get there. But that's hard. And you can feel them walking it and then falling off and then walking it and then falling off. And the thing I thought of when you talked about this guy is one of my children is going in particular through when he starts to mess up, because he messes up more than the other one. He's younger than the other one, doesn't keep up as much. He dreams and gets imaginatory and la la land, and then the teacher doesn't like that, or he accidentally hurt somebody, or he screwed this thing up, and he's a screw up, and he starts to become a screw up. What does he start to do? He goes la la lulu poo poo doo doo la. All of a sudden he can't speak. He's perfectly intelligent and can speak, but when we start getting into a space where like, hey, we're calling you out on your thing, his ears go off. He can't hear me. He doesn't know I'm there. He goes run around the house. He tries to pretend he's a kitty cat. And I feel like that guy was he's doing a version of that. Yeah. You're like, dude, you did some fucked up shit. A part of him knows he did fucked up shit, but his other parts that are guarding that, they're good. And he's like, I don't know what I just did, and I don't know what it's like, well, that's what him as a 4-year-old, he's struggling to, and I'm, but he's in a loving environment that's going to keep him safe. This motherfucker was 34, okay? Exactly. He was not 4. But people get stuck in that shit. I'm not giving him a break. Yeah. I'm saying he's stuck in a sad way where like my kid is going through learning that in a safe place where he can learn it's safe to come out and still be himself, even though people maybe are questioning something he does. Yeah. We're still going to love him and he's not going to get abandoned. But this guy, he went through some other shit. Yeah. And maybe he did get, the other treatment a couple times. And a fucking 5th of Pall Mall, apparently. Like, he did go through a lot of shit in the fucking liquor store. Like, I can't believe that. I'd be so sick. Yeah. I could not make it close. I don't even like desire that level of alcoholism. Like, this is such a... It's numbing. A leader to yourself. He's got a lot to numb apparently, and a stomach to hold.
Yeah, when I was like an angsty writer as like a teenager, I thought, I'd for sure be an alcoholic, and then I was like, I actually started. He just knew he was gonna be an alcoholic. The dream bucket? No, well, yeah, and then I actually started drinking. I'm like, I literally can't do this if I wanted to. Nope. Like, it's just like I can't like just pound. I'm a puker. Like I just puke. I just puke. So I'm just like, I guess there goes that dream. But like,
it's serious, and it's an unfair blessing too, because I don't know if even within my own people I have close to me, I have several that do go too far. They can drink levels that I can't drink, and they can go there. Well, I'm already puking by that time, so I can't have gotten there. I'm like, I don't know if like partly the fact that I can't hold it in my stomach has saved me from a path that I have other people I love. Like they get there, they black out, and now a whole night happens that they don't remember nor hold account for, and then they have to reckon with this later. It's like I blacked out twice because it's hard to get there, and it's a nightmare to me that ever happens. But I got people I love dearly that like that's much like that guy. I have a very high alcohol tolerance personally. I fucking, it's expensive too. Maybe I told like there's this girl I went to undergrad with. I've never met somebody that could drink like her, Sarah Kennedy. And she drank so fucking much. I was like, girl, if a dude meets you at the bar, like, I'm about to get her drunk so I can take her home, he's going to spend his fucking check. He's going to spend his whole fucking check. Yeah. He's going to be mad as hell, and you're not going to go home. She drank so much. Yeah, I have a really high alcohol tolerance. I only blacked out twice in my life. Both were in undergrad. One was Halloween when I was Bailey from the cast of Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, apparently you start doing some surgeries. No, I used to watch karate movies when I was a kid all the time. So they were just like people in my dorm. They're like, "Oh my gosh, Case, like, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sick as fuck. Like, why?" And they're like, you kept karate kicking in the air and saying, I bet you never saw somebody this size do this, and kept like fucking karate kicking. And like,
hi-ya chopping, and then when the kids from Nepal were in the kitchen trying to like make something, like after we got back, I was like doing slow motion karate moves on them. I have no recollection of that. And then for like the graduation senior week in undergrad, the last thing I remember is my drink of choice is peach Ciroc. Anybody that knows me knows that's all I drink. But I learned how to drink from white people because, you know, when I was growing up in like high school and stuff, nobody was like drinking. Like, I mean, I think that's some like white teen shit. Everybody in my high school was like smoking weed.
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm like.
Those are only the emo kids in the white world.
Yeah, like I think one person
Artists,
came
darker,
to school drunk and it was like, damn, Red, drunk as fuck. Like, but it's like that wasn't like a common thing, but like, yeah, definitely smelled like weed. But, and I just remember I was cradling a bottle of peach Ciroc, like a baby. And then I don't remember anything else, but I did hear that I was in a bowling alley. Don't remember that. And I was not bowling, would not put on the bowling shoes. Was very confrontational when they told me I could not stand in the lanes and try to block the balls from going down.
You sound fun.
Yeah, maybe. I don't even know who that was though, because I was like, that's damn, true. All right.
Peach Ciroc, the drink of choice.
Peach Ciroc.
Yeah, try that.
Yes.
Try that.
Because I learned to take. I don't like take shots. I take pulls of vodka because Sarah Pussateri, we call her Puss or Pussy, not the best nickname.
No, you know.
But yeah, she was just like, she really just was like, girl, I'm gonna teach you how to drink, okay? All right, okay, you're gonna take a little bit of this Sprite, and then you're gonna go glug 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 glug, and then finish it off with the Sprite. And I'm like, wow. Okay, so that's how I drink, which I found out outside of my Catholic college that I went to, that's not how most people drink. No,
it's not.
So whenever, if I do go and drink something, it'll be like a apple martini, and I drink my apple martinis in like 30 seconds with a straw. So again,
a quick path to somewhere.
Yes.
Should we do the bucket?
Let's get in the bucket before, man. Like, are we gonna? We got time to be in the bucket. Yep.
We got like 4 dreams left.
I know.
People, come
send
on.
us some dreams, okay?
18,000.
And I'm fucking dreaming of a new dude, okay?
How about just? I mean, you could just go with AI. I could just find a Chat GPT, love life. I mean,
this is written. Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Get the actual fuck out of here.
Very good. I'm leaving. So, yes.
Okay, can I just read what I just pulled? I'm sorry. This whole fucking show is always some ridiculous bullshit.
It is. The
bucket is magical.
The bucket is got me fucked up.
But you signed the contract and you can't quit, right? I mean, we've got you for years now.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing. This is real. Can you all just acknowledge right now that this is real?
Well, we don't know what the post-it says yet. This is all real. We do not yet know what is going on. So far, one of us did leave the room thinking it was them that's supposed to leave.
Cheating on your significant other and lying about it.
That was not I dream of. That was in the bucket. Who put that in there?
I don't know who the fuck
That's not Nick who does most of them. No. We had somebody write a dream.
What the fuck are this bucket is some witchcraft bullshit. Are you kidding me? Why the this is some bull. You guys, This is some bullshit. There's 3 people in.
Yes.
Okay, can you just admit that I just organically picked this bullshit out of this?
The bullshit out.
Oh my
I held
God.
That's part of the script.
This is fucking crazy.
And you are now dreaming about
this is some bullshit. Cheating on your significant. Well, I know how to do it. Okay.
Yes.
Fucking
just like
hotel room. You need an HVAC license. You need several tax taps, and you need to get specific times about when to not to call.
Yeah, yep. Yes.
Man.
Fucking A.
Would you do it?
Like yeah, at this point, yes.
You would cheat on your significant other and lie about it? I mean, it seems like what everybody's doing. Maybe that's part of what makes romance happen.
I don't know, man. I'm like one of those people where it's like, I just don't like wasting my time. So like this is the thing, like I'm gonna give you some warnings. Okay, hey, I'm not happy about this. I don't like that this is going down. What do you think? How can we help this? You know, I can even make some compromises. But like if I get to a point where I feel like I need to cheat on you, I just don't want to be with you. Cause like
that's logic.
Yeah,
that's a healthy choice.
Because even if I meet a new person and I start getting really into the new person, now you're just bumming me the fuck out because I need to cheat on you.
Right.
Like I'm getting my needs met elsewhere. So like I couldn't do it. I've never cheated on anybody.
Now we talk a lot about rich men in this podcast. If you had like a 70-year-old rich husband that paid for all your bills and was okay with it.
Was okay with it?
Yeah.
Okay with you cheating on him?
It's not cheating on
it? It's exercising options.
Okay.
Right. So,
that's
but if I had like a 70-year-old man who his wiener didn't work and, you know, he was not okay with it, no, we got the money.
Right.
Okay.
We got the, and listen, I'm going to just say this because I do know a guy who used to be my personal trainer. I won't say his name. Damn. People that know me will know who he is. But I tried to hook him up with my friend, and she was like, oh, he was fine as hell. Super fine. Fine ass. Ugh. And smell amazing. Like he just made you want to exercise. Right? So I just
that's never happened to me around another man.
Like if you just mess somebody so fine and make your ass want to lift harder and just push it through. Oh my gosh. And so I hooked him up with my friend Broccoli. And I'm like, okay, Broccoli, and she was like, damn, he's fine as fuck. I'm like, yeah. And she was like, you know, like, so, and he was like 40. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is your husband, girl. And I'm going to just love him from a distance, right? You know, like as y'all married and progress. And she was like, I can't do it, Casey. And I'm like, why? She was like, he told me he's been cheated on by every woman he's ever dated, and I couldn't understand why. And she was like, he has the littlest dick I've ever seen in my entire life. And I said, come on, Broccoli. She's like, no, I just saw it, and she's like, it was like a thumb. I was like, so then I start coming down on her. I'm like, you're shallow. Yeah. You're fucked. Does it really even matter? Like, and she was like, I know that I would cheat. She's like, I know that I would cheat. I could not do that forever. Like I would cheat, and it's not even worth doing that because it's like I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, that's tough.
And she's like, he offered to give me head for sure, but she's like, you can't do that forever if she's like, if you've just engaged in sex and that's what you enjoy, like with your partner. She's like, no, I couldn't. And I'm like, damn. But I say, you know what? God's funny because he is fine as fuck. Like, so he's like abnormally attractive.
Yep. It's like a joke mix.
Just the littlest wiener on the planet.
Mix. But you still wouldn't cheat on him.
No.
You would just leave him.
I tell him freaking use a dildo. Like, use a strap on. I mean, is that wrong to ask a dude to do that? I mean, that probably wouldn't be the best. You know what you got in between your pants. Like, you know that shit little. So, I mean, if you're over here with a damn thumb.
I'm sort of distracted from the bucket, but this reminds me, not the penis part actually.
Right.
The part about
John's about to tell us something spicy as fuck.
The part about no, this is from the last podcast, and I needed to ask you because this was a follow up.
Yes.
And it has to do with stealing things and being pirate like.
Yes.
Because this is kind of pirate like,
Yes. Would I steal a dildo? No. What?
No.
Okay.
Have you stolen anything from me in the last 3 months?
Oh yeah.
Do you have my check card?
No.
Oh, okay. It's not that.
Well, wow. John just accusing me of fucking taking this damn
I was going to be impressed.
bank card.
I was like, I think I lost it. And then I was like, wait, in the last podcast, she said she was going to steal something from me.
Bank card. No.
What did you steal from me?
It was a pen.
I am short a pen.
You are short a pen.
Okay. How long have you had it?
Ooh, it's been a minute.
Yeah, a couple. I mean, we recorded that December 31st.
Yeah, so it's...
You probably took care of that in January.
I took care of it real quick.
My security cameras didn't catch you. My alarms didn't sound. Your
bag was just fucking sitting at the table on a Tuesday, and I was just like, yoink. And I was like, he's not going to notice, but I'm going to feel good about it.
I would have been kind of cool if you did have my check card, but...
It would have been illegal as fuck, and we would have had to have a different conversation.
I know, but then it'd be that much dumber if like you had my check card and I didn't notice that it was gone. And also, no one's used it. Like, that's a weird, like...
I think your kids took your check card out of your wallet, and, like, there's an easier way to investigate that, bro.
Why are all these charges on Legos?
Right.
We're getting close to that. Yeah. You start to figure out how the phone works, and you're like, no, there's a whole world if you know my passcode.
You be careful, okay? Because there was a guy who, his son bought $2,000 worth of groceries. Mm.
And with those phone games too, there's like I bought $10,000 worth of just extra lives, like not even like physical stuff.
Yeah,
and it's just man.
The guy went upstairs and was like,
with the Google Pay.
"You ordered all these groceries, like," and he was like talking to his son, and his son like, "Is the pizza there or not?" Like he was like 8 and just really unbothered by the situation. I think it was like
did it work or not?
And the dad was like, at first it was weird because like one like delivery food thing, and then he said they just kept coming. They all just like kept coming in like droves, and he's like, it was funny until like he realized how much money that his son spent.
Yeah.
But
so I did have a thought about the cheating on earlier today actually, and I was like, I'm totally with you. Like, that's where I'm like, I'm comfortable. Like, if I have to leave my I know we're married, but like, if we got to a spot, like, I mean, marriage means to me, like, we're going to try to make it work. Mm-hmm. We're not going to default to like, am I bored? We're out. That's
if something happened to Kirsten where her lady bits no longer worked.
I mean, I'm open to like, anything that work within our relationship, I'm open to like, I'm not interested in that at this time, but like if there was a deal, we both agreed upon it, it would be us, up front.
Like the answer is no.
I mean, what? No.
I'm saying like if like her lady bits were completely non-functional, you could not ever have sex with your wife again, and she's like, I'm not about to be no throat goat for your ass.
Yeah, I mean, no throat goat for my ass. Just picturing her saying that's weird.
Like, I'm not about to be your throat goat. So it's just completely off the table.
So the question, are you asking if I would cheat without her knowing?
Yes.
Oh no, I would not.
Would you?
If I thought that I needed it that badly and I couldn't tell her about it, and she wouldn't be able to handle the truth that that's what I needed in my life, then I'd have to make the decision to like not be with her anymore. That's the decision I have to make. I find it hard to believe I'd be that desperate for that at that point that I would need to leave her. But that's the thing. You never know. It's different. But I was thinking, has anybody seen Hamilton? We are going to Hamilton next week. So
we're going to Hamilton next week?
I know. Yeah. I'm taking Kirsten for her birthday kind of. Well, yeah. So thinking in Hamilton, and I was like, the situation where he's like in the city and he's stuck there for the whole like summer or like a year, and he's just living in New York, and then he's just getting tempted by like things around him, and I'm like, what level of temptation could I withstand? Because I can't guarantee it. I don't. I might be good looking, but not a lot of ladies coming up giving me easy ins to be like, it's not like there's no easy option. So it's not like I'm saying no to a bunch of opportunity out there, and I have no game. So I'm not going to get an option. I don't know how to like make a woman start to whatever, like some guys do. So I'm in that spot. But like if you were barricaded, if I was isolated from her for a long time, and you had this option, you had that option, you had that. I mean, I still would, a voice in my head hopefully would make it so that I would tell her if I made a mistake or if I did something. But I'm like, yeah, what could I withstand? I thought that this morning.
I told John thought about cheating on his wife this morning
after
their walk.
I'm sure.
Right after that
she
long,
can hear it.
Beautiful walk, just like, we gotta do more of these. Would I leave and cheat on her ass? Would I say it's a mistake?
No, it was actually the podcast. I was like, I want to get a button bar, and she's like, yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be even cool. You should have a button bar at home, like like I make random sounds. I have little sounders, and like I'd have the button bar thing set up, so it'd be for the podcast. And she's like, yeah, that sounds like a slippery slope. She's like, I don't know if this could be a bad thing wherever this could go. I was like, I don't know. We've been through a lot in our relationship, but maybe this button bar be the thing that you're like,
the thing
man, you've turned into a form of self that like I can't be with
the
anymore.
true temptation is the button bar.
The button bar, and can't have a guy like that.
Okay, all right. What did you pull?
I dream of a world without bugs. It's not,
we did that one.
I do think we did this one, actually.
Pull another one.
Okay.
Don't put that one back.
I'm going orange. You could pick your family.
Fucking I wish.
Yeah, you dream you could pick your family?
Oh, man.
There'd be a whole lot of people who wouldn't be picked.
There'd be a lot of motherfuckers that were rich.
Like that guy in that hotel.
Yeah, no, he would not be fucking.
We all just picked our own family, repicked our dad and our mom.
Oh,
I mean, in a way, don't you already do that?
Yeah.
You know, like, there's sort of replacements, shadow figures, other versions. You know, it's never the same because you weren't like formed in the brutal family thing with them.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. So I do kind of feel like that. Like, you know, if this was like Survivor style, like who am I voting off the family train?
Well, and I'm curious with that one exactly how this wish worked. And I'm always going into Star Trek. I'm like, okay, actually, how does this freaking work? You know? But exactly, right? So is it like work like a video game where it's like, okay, level 1, who are you picking as your family? Without any context of like what life is or what, families are? No. Or is it like, okay, now I'm 30. I want to pick my family now.
Yeah.
Like, I would just be curious. Okay, that changes it up.
Yeah, that's a little tricky because it's like, you'd be like, oh man, this neighbor guy, he always seemed like a really fun dad. I'm going to pick him as a dad. And it's like, oh, he was actually a pedophile.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's unfortunate. Like, so you don't want to.
Or it's that like Nick Cage movie Family Man where he was...
Oh, the snapshot.
Yeah, where he's like, he has this family, and then he's like, well, what if I was successful? And he's super like, Trump well, not Trump successful, but like a businessman successful.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a family, and that's the whole plot of the movie. He's like, oh, family's better. But like...
Is it though?
Well, there's that. Right. But, it's...
Sure ain't making me rich.
How much... context do you have? Like how much do you know going in?
Because picking your family doesn't make any sense if you're a newborn baby,
right?
So we have a little.
Well, yeah, but like, does it change your like whole history? Is it like?
I see what you're saying. Are you who you are now, and then just pick? So at this point, who you want to kill off in your family? And I don't think I could say that on this air right now because
she's on her way. Oh, it happens.
It's perfect timing.
Yeah, so I don't.
No,
it's hard because it's like, okay, I like love them. So my mom always says like, I don't like you, but I love you, and I'm like, thanks, mom. Thanks, mom.
Hey, true.
So yeah, I guess
you can finish that grilled cheese sandwich yourself.
Yeah. So I think so it's like I mean I'm okay with everybody in my family, but if I could pick new family without like loving them, like the current, what I mean? If it was just a complete like memory wipe of like, but then it's I don't know. That would be kind of hard.
And would you remember that you chose?
That would be fucked up.
I
don't want to remember.
So like, I want family A, but then did you forget your actual family of origin, or do you remember like, I had a lot worse when back then,
Yeah. Well, and like your whole question, like I'm lost at the premise going this way because I am like the family is like a mold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I am like, we are like one
product.
We are one being
in
that mold. So like me picking, I can only pick if I've been molded by family A.
So you're almost choosing who you are.
You're choosing to be a completely. That's what I'm saying. I don't think I could do it because, and also who different people are connected to. Because it's like, if I moved anybody out of the situation, then it would change the dynamic with like me and my grandma. And it's like, what would that look like?
I don't think I could choose, but, I could shop around. In the sense of like, like, I don't know if you guys watch Rick and Morty, but like the TV channels where you see your alternate universe versions of yourself, like just to see what's happening.
I'd be kind of pissed to look at that though, because like
it would drive me insane. Like doing
if
a show,
I saw just like a slimmer, super married, super just like got everything I want, I'd be like, okay, bitch, like what was the thing? You just really fucked with that keto super hard, and it all fell into place. I don't know. So that would be kind of. But then if I would feel a little okay if I saw a worse version. But then I don't even know what not that I'm like depressed about my life, but I'm like, what is the worst version of this that would make me be like, ooh, glad I'm here and not there, because I'm like fucking getting jail fished and hotel fished and all type of.
Yeah, but then as I think about it, I almost like love the drama of it. Like, yeah, there's been a lot of hard stuff, and I've had to kind of like, I don't feel like I'm not replacing any family, but almost like you're supplementing, like you're expanding upon like things that aren't provided by various roles around there, and like recreating and expanding on the family idea as I grow up and mature and make my own path. But I still want all of that. I want all the suck. I don't like look at like, and I do talk to people sometimes who are like, oh my man, we just get along all the time. And, like, we always have a great we go on these getaways and we just like, we know each other so well. And I'm like, yeah. Like, it sounds really cool, but like I like my fucked up shit.
Yeah,
so I get that. I'm almost like no, like I don't know what I'd be without the mess to understand what I understand or something.
And then so maybe I'm misunderstanding the dream. Maybe it is choosing your family within the context of like where you're at right now, like choosing how you define family, I guess.
Or at least that's the angle I'm stuck at, because my imagination, I'm having trouble making it to the like. Because yours has more of like you start your life over.
Yeah,
hit a reset button.
But yeah, I think this is a better way to go about it, where it's just like, okay, how do I intentionally almost build family? What is family?
Yeah.
As opposed to being just in it.
Yeah.
Being stuck with it. Or then made me think of, because I think my oldest is going through this right now. And I kind of feel like there's like, I've read something about this, like they're on the 6-year-old phase. There's a little bit of like a transition of self, of like where he is oriented in the family system and things. And I think he's kind of like deciding whether or not he wants to buy the shit we're selling. And there's a part of him that's like, I'm going to move out.
Yeah.
And there's a process there. Like, what if at 6 you actually got to choose? You got to go like, you know what? Okay, I've met all the different parents in this house. I'm going to move down the street. I'm going to move in with these ones, and I'm going to mix them all up. Like, what if we had these parts in our life?
I think that was the movie with Macaulay Culkin. And was it Macaulay Culkin and Bruce Willis?
He like bailed on his parents?
Yeah, where he was a giant bunny.
Oh.
He was in that bunny costume.
Not ringing bells. It's not The Good Son, because that's when he's murderous. But
no, it's a different one. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't Macaulay Culkin. It was just Bruce Willis, where this kid, his parents were like super busy for him. So then he decided to get new parents, and it was like the kids started like doing all type of fucked up shit. I'll bring up the trailer later. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, Into the Dream Bucket.
You found a culture reference.
Yeah.
That missed some of the.
I'm a latchkey kid. So I watch so many obscure movies and shows that people don't know about.
Wow. Well, yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah.
Family.
Yes, family, and so thanks for being with us. And again, if you have a single brother, uncle, cousin, somebody that's not in a fully committed relationship and or living in a hotel,
send them into Casey's bucket
pretending that they work for an HVAC company. Let us know,
and also give us your dreams.
Yes, give us your dreams.
We're like Freddy Krueger. Give us your dreams.
Into the dream bucket at gmail.com. Dream bucket, send us your dreams. Dream bucket, in case we and Dad are on the scene.